What is going on YouTube and Twitter? This is Flying Cryptos. Gonna just let some people get into the live stream. Gonna talk a little bit about some things. So let's just make sure that you guys can hear me and that you can do a live chat and everything. What's up, everyone? And we'll let some people get on to the stream. If you guys can, please hit the like button and subscribe if you have not, and hit the notification bell for when I do hit live streams and you want a notification through YouTube. I do post all these to Twitter, as Twitter is where I do the day-to-day analysis. So give it a few minutes, we'll let some people get tuned in, and we're gonna talk about $100 Litecoin, which we hit it, and it's been a nice patient nearly 2-month wait, and we're here. But what's going to happen next? What am I going to be looking for today, even though we already hit it? Are we going to come back and test it again? Are we going to go lower? What's going on with Bitcoin? So there's a few questions here that we're going to be going over. And yeah, so if people have some questions, want to throw some things in the comments, we will get started here in a minute. Just gonna look at some things real quick, so bear with me. It is 8:57 in the morning here, Eastern time. I never do live streams early in the morning, so this is the first one doing it for you guys. CC, what's up, man? Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Just like to know that everything is working well on YouTube, because YouTube does like to tell me that it's not receiving enough data to maintain smooth streaming, but it's done that before and everything seemed all right. Yes, guys, so this is going to be a pretty big live stream. I want to make sure people hear it, because I am going to be a little busier later today, and I want to go over everything that I've been talking about with $100 and even a little below $100 on Litecoin, and how I'm going to be dollar cost averaging my bids. My first laddered bid at $100 did trigger, and I have more bids down to low 90, actually $90 and even $80, which I'm considering a stink bid as low probability of hitting. And I mentioned that last night. Now it has a little bit higher of a probability of hitting today, and I'm going to go into a little bit of detail on that, but I really do hope that it's short-lived, and that we do not see much lower on Litecoin. However, the LTC BTC chart did break red overnight, and you know how Bitcoin likes to sell off, Litecoin likes to sell off harder, and we are seeing a little bit of bounce here on the LTC BTC chart, getting back into the support range here, which is good if we hold it, hold this range while BTC, if BTC continues to dip down, which I think it will, guys. You know, we had a nice buy, nice candle right here. It is possible we come up and test it, but we're going to be looking for a confirmation now of this being a bottom. Just because it's another little rally doesn't mean that it's the bottom. I like to think we're getting to the bottom, but we do need to wait for confirmation, and the selling pressure has been so strong on Bitcoin. I'm really targeting 32,000, which is like another 11% drop on Bitcoin. If we just look at this right here, it's 9.77%. I just measured it from up here earlier. And if that happens, guys, LTC is going to come right back down below $100. Probably $90, and I hope that this is very short lasting. But let's see how we are doing on the stream. We got 12 people right now. We should have more than that, but it is early in the morning. And I'm sure a lot of you will tune back into this later. So if you can help, it'll help a lot. We'll get more people just so we can get more questions and more answers before I head out for the day this afternoon. If you guys can hit the like button and notification bell and subscribe, that would be awesome. That helps it on YouTube. But if you can go to the original tweet where you found this link on Twitter, if you can like and retweet that, that would be amazing. I won't even ask for any tips from any of you if you can just help support getting this live stream out, because I feel like I can cover a lot more information in the live stream, and it ends up helping a lot more people that way. CC asks, at what point would you consider this to be a long-term bear market? If Litecoin falls below $100 and trades underneath $100 for a length of time, then we need to start considering a bear market. Just because we fall below $100, we hit $90, or we even hit $80, and it's very short-lived, I still think as long as we bounce back up and hold that $100, we will maintain the bullish higher time frame. We will keep that trend, and I'm talking about the monthly. So, all right, guys. Yeah, 2 months in the making. Calling $100. We finally hit it. And right now, just recapping what I just said a minute ago. LTC BTC chart did dump a little bit overnight. Bitcoin came down a little bit, but you can really tell that Litecoin suffered it a little bit harder, coming down to $96. And right now we're currently touching this level right here, the EMA 12, and we're going to see how we react off that level. We do got a little bit of a spinning top there on the hourly, and on the BTC chart, same thing, rejecting off the EMA 12, which has been, as you can see right here, a consistent rejection point pretty much all the way down. And Bitcoin, its major support level is $32,000. You could say $30,000. And that dumping Bitcoin will certainly pull Litecoin back down to where it just was, if not lower, today. So this is why I say it's very important to dollar cost average. It's very important to ladder your buys, and of course there's a small percent chance that we set a little higher low here, and we have like a low time frame hourly confirmation. We break through, we start getting up, and you know, if we start to trade up and we get above 38,000 on Bitcoin, the odds of seeing lower begin to greatly decrease. So we'll just be watching for that. That's why we do ladder bids, because at least I know here I'm in at $100. And what I'll do is I'll just, if it were to bounce from here, which honestly, guys, I can't say confidently that I think we're going to bounce yet. I think we could see a little bit lower for a short moment. And that's why I do have my bids set down a little bit. But we want to wait for confirmation regardless of what happens. We want to see us break through certain levels and set higher lows, and establish, you know, even an hourly trend change that could mark the start of a reversal, and then we'll zoom out and we'll be looking for the confirmation in higher time frames. So hope everyone's doing well. Thanks so much. What's up, big dog? What's up, man? All right, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be sitting here patiently. I actually, fortunately, won't be able to be at the charts all day, so that's another reason why it's great to have limit orders. And a lot of times, guys, when stuff like this happens, the exchanges crash, and it can be a little hard to place a bid. So it's really good to have them set in a stop limit order, so that way, not if you're just away from the computer, but if the exchange is having issues logging into it and stuff like that, you know, you can still get in the market. See what we got going on here. 1 second, guys. All right. So let's zoom out a little bit. I wasn't sure if I was going to highlight this for Bitcoin. Like I said, I think this is a good spot, a good bounce opportunity. And you know what? Actually, yeah, let's zoom out here and look at what's going on like the 6-hour chart. Let's go to Bitcoin. So, looking at this chart right here, it's basically straight down, and markets typically don't move down in straight lines. So that's what I'm saying is, like, as we get down to this $32,000 level, what goes down must come up, and what goes down really hard usually comes up really hard. So, you know, down in this range, down to $32,000, I think we're gonna have a pretty significant bounce soon, and keep that in mind, guys. But we are not in the business of catching falling knives. What I mean by that is, do not 100% buy this right here. Dollar cost average, ladder your bids, and spread it out, guys. And one of the things about this too, about dollar cost averaging, is say for example, we broke down, we hit our $100, right? I'm losing my train of thought, but say we come down, we hit $100, and we fail to hold $100, right? And we come down to $90, or we come down to $80, and your dollar cost averaging, and you have your bids set, for example, every $5 or every $10, and you get your bids, they trigger at 95, they trigger at 90, they trigger at 88, and then we come up, and then it turns out that $100 is now resistance, and it's coming back down again. What would be a smart thing to do? And I think a lot of people think dollar cost averaging is a good replacement for a stop loss, and I don't think that's good at all. When if we were to show $100 as a resistance, I would start cutting off percentages of your holdings, so that way you can have a little bit on the sidelines for if we do get lower. It's, you know, a lot of people think dollar cost averaging is the safest way, and it is, but dollar cost averaging, if the market continues to be in a downtrend, and your dollar cost averaging in a relatively tight range, like $80 to $100, and it's coming back down, I would start cutting off percentages, scaling out on the retest of the $100. If it's rejecting off that level, I would get out at least some of your position at that level, so that way you have more capital to come back into the game later on. So I just wanted to mention that. That's how I'm going to be trading this. Because if I start to see Litecoin trade sideways or trade below $100, that's not going to be really good. We really want a bounce off this level. I mean, I would like to see a little flush down to 90, even 80 something dollars for a quick moment, because I think Bitcoin's going to make it happen. So I don't want people to freak out if you see that. So that's where I will be dollar cost averaging in that range. But if we fall down there and we get a really weak bounce and then we like reject off $100, guys, then things are gonna get real fucking ugly. At least for the market on a longer term. But I do not think that's gonna happen. But I do not want to tell people that I am 100% certain that when we get down to $90, $80, that we are going to remain in a bull market. I can't say that right now. Anyone that does is lying. But getting a bounce is extremely likely, and we're going to look for confirmation. And these are some really good levels to be buying Litecoin and really good prices to be buying Litecoin. And while I got you guys on here and I answer some other questions for you all, I just want to let you know the Litecoin ties and the Litecoin watch, which is not sponsored, by the way. I just do it all the time because I love the watch. The Litecoin watch is amazing. I'm actually going to go and change this to full screen for this for a quick second. What's up, everybody? So, the Litecoin watch in detail. There it is. It's beautiful. I love it. And the Litecoin ties. Oh my god. Yep. Those should be dropping in a couple weeks. Not even. And you guys go to cryptoties.com and put your email in there and hit the button if you want to be notified on it, because there's only going to be 500 of them made. They're the highest quality ties. They're designer quality. They're Italian, silk, and embroidered, not printed. I know I'm starting to sound like an infomercial now, and that's not what I'm trying to do. But I just want you guys to know that they're not cheap, shitty ties, and I think they go super well with Carlos Estrada's Litecoin watch. So yeah, just wanted to go over that real quick. If you guys are enjoying the live stream, and I'm gonna look at a couple questions here, but throw some more questions in there. Hit the like button and subscribe and the notification bell. That helps it a lot on YouTube, because I'm just starting to do the streams on YouTube because Twitter was giving us problems with people live chatting, which is no fun. And yeah, no, I love it, guys. Thanks so much. All right, so a couple questions here. All right, Tanner. Something about nicotine. Yeah, man, I need it. And support is now resistance. Douglas Young, support is now resistance. So just I mean, we're not below $100, so I'm gonna say that 120 is now resistance. So, you know, we might get a little bounce there and then come down, or it might just go straight down. All right. What highs can we expect by April? It's going to be really hard to predict until we get the confirmation of a bottom. Once we have a confirmation of a bottom, then we'll start being able to talk about targets. Seriously, we got to follow the market and wait for the most data to be in front of us before we can make a good, educated prediction on what's going to happen in the next month or two. And like a lot of people are asking the same thing, like Ali, what is the realistic target in the future? Guys, I'm very long-term bullish on Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin, yeah, that's true, but Litecoin, and I do think we're gonna see new highs. I do think it's possible to see that in 2022, but it's really hard to make a prediction, because we don't have confirmation of anything right now. We are still in a weekly downtrend. We're flirting with a longer bear market. Not saying that that's happening, but because we're approaching these levels and we don't have confirmation of anything yet, it's really hard to say what's going to happen. We got to wait for that pivot point first on the higher time frame. When we have that pivot point, then we can start talking about targets. I don't have a set target for 3 to 10 years, but I do believe in 10 years, certainly Litecoin is going to be several $1,000s, no doubt. But I don't have a specific target. If I were to give you a number, like a lot of these people, I'd tell you it's less than 50% accurate. So there's really no point. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. This is actually the most viewers at a given moment. Maybe it's because it's at 9 in the morning. Maybe it's because I was 100% right about this, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in and at least checking out what I got to say about Litecoin now. Yeah, if you're liking this, smash the like button, notification bell, and subscribe, please. And for the very first time ever, well, not ever, I've done it on YouTube before, a little bit earlier in the earlier days, but I never ask for tips, guys. But it's been a lot of posting onto Twitter, pretty much nonstop, giving people updates all the time. And you know, I figured I'd maybe save you guys some money, and you know, everything has played out perfectly. So if you respect that, if you appreciate it, I will stick around. I will keep doing this. I do enjoy doing it, but I got if you want to send a tip, like maybe just 1% of what you saved, not writing it down, that'd be amazing. I got Venmo at Flying Cryptos right on my page, and my Litecoin address. If you scroll down on my tweet, I did post a recent tweet about people tipping, and I appreciate the few people that did, but not a lot of people do tip, believe it or not. And you know, that is why I'm mentioning it right now in this video, and I usually don't do it. Yeah, so I covered a lot of what's going on, what I think I'm going to be looking for today with Litecoin. So instead of repeating myself, I will let the viewers that watch this video, they can easily scroll back, or people that are going to tune into the live stream later. That way they don't have to sit and watch a 1 hour live stream with a bunch of shit crammed in the middle of it and repeat. So, so I will answer a few more questions. I highlighted the most important things to be looking for. You know, I will go over one more thing. If Litecoin, say for example, and I don't think we're going to get that strong bounce right now just because I'm not seeing it. I mean, we got this nice candle and this candle right here, but until we break through the EMA 12 and Bitcoin gets some interesting follow through, the reaction right now is not a super strong. So I do think we're going to at least come back down into the 90s, because, and like I said, I don't want to get back and repeat on myself. It's all earlier in the stream, but there you go, guys. I pretty much said it already. So I'm just going to be watching this. I'm going to be a little busier this afternoon. That's why I do want to do this stream so people know what I'm looking for. I'm just going to be watching this. Only a small percentage of my bids have triggered so far. And what I was getting at, what I was trying to say here is that if we do bounce, I'm not going to chase it and be like, oh man, what if my lower $90 bids or $80 bids don't trigger? See, I don't care about that, because I got, so first of all, some of my bids already triggered, and we're going to need confirmation. So I'm going to want to see a set a higher low. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about it, because at this point, at least we would have confirmation. It becomes safer to enter the market because we have support and resistance levels to base our trades off of. So, you know, if this were to happen, sure, great. I will add to it on the retest of this little support, which is not even much support, but I'm just talking about a local time frame, low time frame move. It's going to start with a low time frame. The confirmation is bottom, then we'll zoom out and we'll look at for it on the 4 hour. We'll zoom out, we'll look for it on the 6 hour, the 12 hour, or the daily, and as these higher time frames show confirmation, then we have a bottom. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, guys. Just sit here. If it keeps coming straight down, let the bids trigger, and take my advice on what I talked about with dollar cost averaging and stop losses and how they are different, and how I would be handling that. And if we were to bounce up here, yeah, just pretty much showed all you guys. John, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, I will keep the tip. Yep, I'll keep the updates coming, and thanks a lot for the tip. Nick asks, when you say set a higher low, what time frame? Right now I'm looking at the hourly, and I like the hourly. I think that's going to be a good one. Don't really like zooming in lower because the market's just so choppy. Yeah, I mean, right here at 113, you know, we'd really need to bust through that and set a higher low on the low time frame, and then show that as support and bounce it to kind of even show a confirmation, at least locally. So that's what I'll be looking for. But I think that, you know, with Bitcoin, that we're still going to see a little bit lower for a quick minute. But we're pretty much in the area of interest, and you know, that EMA 12 and the hourly is going to continue to act as a pretty strong resistance point. We're just going to keep rejecting off that level, which is what we're doing right now, until that changes. And yeah, we have a good amount of volume right here as we wick down to $96. But man, guys, I'd like to see a hell of a lot more than that. I mean, we just had more selling volume in the candle right before it. So bulls are not coming in as strong as they need to be. And a lot of that on Litecoin is honestly because LTC BTC bled a little bit harder here than Bitcoin, and Bitcoin doesn't look ready to bounce just yet. So that's definitely going to suppress Litecoin. Even though we're at the $100 psychological level, it's definitely going to scare people out from maybe wanting to jump right into Litecoin right yet, because Bitcoin doesn't look finished. So that's kind of what we're looking at. All right. Yeah, so I mean, kind of what I'm looking at, and John asked, what price will it go before dropping back down, do you think? Just kind of like just what I was saying here. I would like to see it break 113 and set a higher low, maybe come up towards 120, because 120 was our last major support level, which will now act as resistance. So don't be FOMOing in all of your capital right now, guys. If you set bids and you had them at $100 and stuff like that, fantastic. But just make sure you have a fair percentage left to dollar cost average and lower. Should we find ourselves a fair bit lower, okay? That's going to be the important thing today. But no, that's pretty much it, guys. I wanted to make it somewhat of a quick stream. And thanks to the couple people that have sent me a tip on Venmo. It's funny, no one's sending Litecoin because no one's really holding it right now. Ha ha. No, I really appreciate it, guys. You know, it makes this more exciting to want to just keep putting out more content for you for free, because I honestly have fun doing it. I'm trading anyway. I like to do it, but it is like a full-time job. Doing Twitter, constantly posting on it, constantly responding to comments, all that stuff. So much appreciated if you go find that on my Twitter page and want to send something, and hit the notification bell, and subscribe, and like, please, on YouTube. And if you guys loved this stream, when we wrap this up in a second, when we're done, if you guys can just smash the retweet button and the like button on the stream's tweet, just so that way everybody else gets a chance to watch the replay, that would be good. So And I'm just starting to realize, guys, and I apologize. I wish someone said it in the chat. I've been full screen this whole time, and I've been like using my mouse and like pointing at the chart to like kind of guide you guys, and now I realized that was just a fucking waste. So, you guys didn't see any of that last part, did you? So yeah, let me do it again. Yeah, so Litecoin. Actually, yes, we'll go here. So Litecoin, guys, on an hourly, if we were to see signs of this currently bouncing to show a bottom, we're first gonna have to start with a low time frame, the hourly. We're gonna have to break 113, set a higher low, and we're gonna be going right into 120 resistance. So, and like I said, and you heard me earlier with the Bitcoin and everything, I don't know if Bitcoin has found its bottom yet, because $32,000 is a significant target for Bitcoin, even $30,000, and you know, like I said, the LTC BTC chart did take a nice bleed, which is what made us hit below $100 already without even Bitcoin hitting $32,000. That's just something to keep your eyes on. And you heard everything I had to say, even without seeing the chart. So I do think you understand the logic behind the dollar cost averaging and waiting for a confirmation. You know, if we were not to come back down and see much lower levels. But yeah, guys, no, I appreciate it. I'm gonna get ready to wrap up. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And before I head out, I'll say it one more time, because that helps a lot too, just to know who's interested in the Litecoin ties. Just go to cryptoties.com and put your email in there and hit the button so it notifies you when they drop, because then I know how many people are interested in getting them, because they are absolutely amazing. But I'm gonna get ready to wrap up. I love you all, and thanks so much. We'll talk soon, and I will post occasionally throughout the afternoon onto Twitter. Just note I will be a little bit busier today, which is why I did this video. So retweet it and like it so everyone gets a chance to see it. But thanks so much, guys. Love you all. Flying Cryptos out.